Okay, so you find this really great resource, right? But it's huge EE.
Yeah.
Like that list of 50 journal prompts for third graders we were talking about, 50's a lot.
Yeah.
Even for like the most enthusiastic kid.
It really is. And it's good to have choices, of course. But how do you pick the best ones? You know, the ones that are actually going to get them excited about writing.
Exactly. And that's what we are diving into today.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because this list is from Liz Dalian.
Right. Yeah.
And I just think it's interesting that they also sell journals talk about knowing your target audience.
That's true.
But those gems, the prompts that make kids actually ask to write, those are the ones we're after.
Absolutely. Because this isn't about just getting them to write neatly, you know.
Yeah.
Journaling, it can be so much more than that, especially for kids this age.
It's true.
Self-expression, understanding their emotions.
Totally.
Like, it gives them a place to process those big feelings without being judged.
Yeah, like their own little private diary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's actually something that's really important to remember with this age group. So it makes sense that the first category on the list is all about exploring emotions.
Oh, for sure. Because third grade, that's a big time for feelings. I remember.
Yeah, it is. Think about it. They're just starting to really understand all those different emotions they're feeling.
There's a whole new world opening up to them.
It is. So when they can put those feelings into words,
Yeah.
that's a huge step. It's like what they call emotional literacy.
I like that. Emotional literacy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some of the prompts that help with this?
So one that I thought was really interesting is describe a day when you felt sad. What happened and how did you make yourself feel better?
Okay, I like that because it goes beyond just like naming the feeling, right?
Exactly. It makes them think about what they can do about it.
So it's like they're coming up with their own strategies for dealing with these big emotions.
Right. And at that age, figuring that out, that's huge.
It's so true. This is exactly the kind of thing that takes journaling from like, oh, I have to,
Yeah.
to I want to. Okay, so what else is on this list that's going to have kids begging for more writing time? Let's talk about the fun stuff.
Oh, you are going to love this next one. Get ready for imagination and creativity. Because seriously, nobody does imagination like a third grader.
Oh my gosh, it's true.
They're like little idea machines.
They are. And they come up with the craziest stuff.
The best. And that's why I love these prompts, because it lets them run wild with that. You know, they don't always get that with schoolwork.
That's so true. Too much structure can really stifle creativity. I remember my son, he told me this whole story about a squirrel who could speak 5 languages and ran a detective agency.
Oh my goodness.
Don't even ask where he comes up with this stuff.
I can only imagine. But that's amazing. And that's what we want to tap into.
Okay, so what kind of prompt are we talking about here? Give me an example. What's going to get my kid inspired?
Well, this one is pretty great. Write about a world where everything is made of candy.
Oh my goodness.
I know, right?
That one I might have to steal for myself. Though maybe not the dentist bills that come with it.
Right.
But that's such a good one. It really gets those creative juices flowing.
Exactly. And it gets them thinking about, you know, like what makes something what it is.
Oh, that's interesting. Because they have to think about it in a whole new way.
Exactly. It's not just about eating candy. It's about what would a candy house be like?
Oh my gosh, and a candy car.
I know. The possibilities are endless.
Okay, what else have we got in the whimsical and wonderful department?
Okay, how about this? Think of a day when you could be invisible.
Oh, every kid's dream.
Right. I mean, who hasn't wished for that at some point?
Oh yeah, especially at that age, it's like the ultimate superpower.
Exactly. And you can really have fun with this one. Like, what would you do if you were invisible?
I have a feeling I don't even want to know the answer to that with my kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, so many possibilities.
Right. Would they use their powers for good or for evil?
That's a good one. Or maybe a little bit of both.
Exactly.
Okay.
You could even turn it into a game.
Oh, I like that. Like a family game night.
Yeah. Everyone comes up with their own invisible adventures.
Okay, so we've got emotions covered. We've got imaginations running wild. What's next?
Well, this next category might seem a little more, I don't know, serious.
Okay.
But trust me, it's amazing what kids this age come up with.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
This one's called Reflections and Memories.
Well, that's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Because they don't have that many memories yet. You know, there's still so little.
Well, that's just it. Those early memories, they're super powerful.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They stick with you.
They really do. And putting them into words at that age,
Yeah.
it really helps them solidify those experiences in their mind.
It's like they're creating their own story.
Exactly. And you know, when they get older, they can look back on that.
That's so true. Okay, do you have a favorite from this category?
Okay, so this one I really like. It's describe your best friend How did you meet and what do you like most about them?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
It's so simple, but it's so insightful at that age, you know?
Yeah, because friendships are everything to them when they're little.
They really are. And this gets them thinking about, what's important in a friend.
Like a little window into their world.
Exactly. It's fascinating.
Okay, so we've got reflecting on the past covered. Now, how about looking towards the future?
Oh, yes. This is one of my favorite categories. Dreams and aspirations.
Oh, this is the one where they want to be astronauts and veterinarians and, yeah.
Exactly. It's so much fun to see what they come up with.
I know my son wants to be a YouTuber, which
Well, it's cool.
doesn't surprise me in the least, but hey, you never know, right?
That's the spirit. And that's what's so great about this age. Anything is possible.
Exactly. The sky's the limit.
Right. And encouraging that, even in a small way, is so important.
It's true. You never know what might spark a lifelong passion.
And it's not just about the career aspect either. It's about getting them to think about their values.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like what's important to them? What do they enjoy? What kind of person do they want to be?
Yeah, like what kind of prompt gets that conversation going?
Well, there's this one. Imagine what you want to be when you grow up. Why do you want to do that job? And what will you do each day?
I like that because it makes them think about it, you know?
It's not just about the title.
Right. It's
Well,
about what you actually do all day.
yeah. Like, do you really want to spend all day in a lab coat?
Or wear a suit every day.
Or answer emails? It's the little things.
It's true. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. Emotions, imagination, memories, dreams. Is there anything else on this list?
Okay, so the last category, it's called everyday adventures.
Everyday adventures. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Right. It's about finding the magic in the everyday.
Because sometimes kids need a little help with that,
They
right?
totally do. They get so caught up in their own little worlds.
That's so true. So what kind of props are we talking about here?
Well, one that stood out to me was, think of a time you tried something new. What was it, and how did you feel afterward?
That's nice. Yeah, I like that. Because it doesn't have to be some big crazy thing.
Exactly. Could be anything.
Like trying a new food.
Or a new sport.
Or even just like talking to a new kid at school.
Exactly. It's those little acts of courage that are so important.
They really are. They build character. You know, I have to say, we've covered a lot of ground in this list of 50 prompts. But I already feel like I have a much better sense of which ones will really resonate with my son.
And that's the key, right? Finding those prompts that speak to your child.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, it's not about getting every prompt right or, perfect grammar and all that.
It really isn't, not at this age.
It's about getting them excited about writing.
Exactly. Giving them a voice,
Yes. And a place where they can just be themselves.
Their own little journal where they can explore and experiment and just have fun with language.
I love that. And you know what? This has been such a fun deep dive, and I'm feeling really inspired. So I have a challenge for you, dear listener. Why not grab a journal, your kiddo, and give some of these prompts a try? You never know what kind of magic you might unlock together.